Hey guys, welcome back! Recently, Locomalito brought us the remastered version of one of my favorite shooters ever. Super Hydorah really takes us back to the early days and unmistakable feel of the 16-bit gaming era. Let's take a look. If you're eager for 80s style shoot-em-ups, then Super Hydorah is for you. It has been revived from the 2010 original, and it's basically a side-scrolling space shooter that feels like an homage to classic titles like Gradius, R-Type, Darius and even Turrican. The ship really looks and feels like the famous Vic Viper from Gradius, and some of the weapons like the missiles are an obvious tribute to that series, although they don't float on the ground until they find a target. The control scheme is as basic as a 2-button retro shooter, just like in the good old days and perfect for my arcade cabinet, but mastering this game is a huge trophy that not many players will be able to achieve, cause if you're a 70s or 80s children, you'll recognize the difficulty that the genre is known for back in those glory days of the arcades. The original Hydorah was released by Locomalito as a free-to-play game for Windows back in 2010, and it received a lot of praise from all 80s nostalgics that enjoys this hard-as-nails shooting style of games. Recently it was revived and revamped as Super Hydorah, again available for PC, but also for PS4 and Xbox One. You're seeing here the PC version available through Steam that is basically the same as the console ports. Now for the numbers. There are 35 sub-levels to play throughout the course of 21 levels and also various weapons to select from. The soundtrack is an amazing 60-track masterpiece that will send you flying back in time to that 16-bit awesome era. Besides all that, the game has multiple endings and secrets, as well as extra modes like multiplayer and robot chase modes. Some of the stages have more vertical and horizontal space, so they can feel bigger than normal. Between levels, you can customize what weapons you'll be carrying, though you won't get the full arsenal until you reach the end of the game. And you also have a branching system to take you through several pathways until you reach the final boss. As said, Super Hydorah also offers a multiplayer mode in where you and a friend simultaneously take on the campaign. When one dies, he just has to wait until his companion also dies as well, or picks up a cross to return both to the fight. It really makes the game different and really takes you back to the shooters of the day. Maybe getting the dead player back to life immediately would have been a nicer touch. I recently brought to all of you my personal look onto Maldita Castilla EX, also known as Cursed Castilla, from Locomalito and Greiser 87, and besides also the original free-to-play game of that one, Hydorah was a huge deal for me back when it was originally released, cause it brought so many awesome memories from the arcade experience from the 80s that was extremely important in my gaming life. And turning those CRT scanlines on really looks like we're playing a Super NES game back in early 90s. Locomalito's creations should really be taken into consideration by all of you that truly enjoys these modern homages to the games from the past, and if you've missed out on the 2010 original game or want to simply withstand the challenge again, then this is the definitive version. I highly recommend it. So guys, hope you've enjoyed this look onto one of my favorite shooters ever made that just got even better with this, let's say, upgraded version. If you did, please like, share, comment, subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you're notified as soon as the next video becomes available. In the meanwhile, please have an amazing Christmas with all the best company and enjoy every precious moment of it. Thank you all for being so supportive. You've gave me a huge present just by sticking around for another year of It's a Pixel Thing. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you all in the next episode.